Here we go then. Last heat for the OK category. Ramekes and Kavalkin into the tram lines. Away we go. Green light and racing. Good defensive move straight away from Ramekes. Kavalkin trying to go around the outside. He held on to P2 last time around. It nearly took the lead. That time in the end has to concede it back to Ramekes. But Anthony Kavalkin has got the starts on the even side of the grid. Absolutely sorted this afternoon. The rest of them running through. It's all very tight in the midfield there, going through turn number 7 and towards turn number 8, already spreading out at the front of the order. But Thibaut Ramekes did well there to resist the attacks from Kavalkin. It's now Lewis Werrell on the attack, going for second place, side by side with Kavalkin. Werrell's going to be on the outside as they go through turn number 14. Kavalkin has the advantage on the inside, and here comes Matviev again. Matviev down the inside takes third place. Werrell's gone from attacking for second place to now defending for fourth, as he's got the 222 of Davide Bottaro all over his rear axle. What a first lap. Loads going on there, but for Thibaut Ramekes, it's a 3/4 of a second lead.
Yep, this is a fantastic start for Ramekes. You saw him at the start of this one, as again, Werrell getting caught out a little bit here. Oh, everyone going through, losing 3 into 1. That was Bottaro going through. Bondarev went through as well, as Sebastiano Pavan also went through. So that is 3 people just sliding through the field. And for Lewis Werrell, he's not getting on with this one too well here. He's going to look back down the inside of Bondarev here. Did he make that move complete? I think he did, just in the background as we cut back to your race leaders here. Matviev and Kavalkin just trying to close in now to Thibaut Ramekes, who's broken away.
Yeah, they've got to work together, these two drivers at the moment, because Thibaut Ramekes has had some very strong performances when he's been in this position across the course of 2024. But 0.8 of a second is his lead now. Fastest driver on the circuit is Matviev, 54.617 for the 244 there, who's made good progress in the early stage as well. Jimmy Elias has made decent moves up the order, up 6 places from 20th to 14th. Sebastiano Pavan, you're absolutely spot on, Anthony. Those new tyres down the inside. Matviev down the inside of Kavalkin for second place. That looks fairly routine. Matviev backing himself here to close the race leader in. But you made the call before the start of the race, Anthony, about Pavan. There he is in the Tony Kart, 4th place. He's gained 8 places so far in this one.
Certainly has there. The handy-dandy graphics that the team have been working so hard on creating over the course of the winter. Now on display here. Superb look at the tyres, the gaps, the positions they've gained. But there, those new tyres on the left-hand side, they are working hard now for Sebastiano Pavan, who's currently in P4. Ramekes in the lead of this race, though, still with that fastest lap of the race, is breaking away from the rest of the field. Matviev is doing his level best to close in. He is breaking away from Kavalkin here, but it is going to be a tough old race for them, because Ramekes, he's tough to close in on, but it is just a little bit of a difficult one for these drivers.
It is indeed, but still a good amount of time, good amount of laps to go. 7 of them to catch the winner in the junior category here last year, stepping up into the full OK class. 54.220 last time around for Ramekes, 54.120 for Dmitry Matviev. So it's 1 second for the 244 to close in right now. Pavan still going along nicely. New personal best last time around of 54.233. So he's pretty much got the same pace as the race leader. Jimmy Elias continuing to gain positions out there. He's up to 12th place now. Has got past Miguel Costa on that last lap. Hugo Marti and Leo Nielsen have also gained spots. They've disposed of Santino Panetta on that last tour of the circuit.
They have indeed. That gap's come down 0.2 of a second. Matviev is closing in, and there's plenty of time to close down that 0.9 of a second gap. Matviev is piling on the pressure now to Thibaut Ramekes in the lead of this race. There is Thibaut Ramekes, your race leader, dancing through. There's the next group of drivers, and the mechanics just watching this race. Oh, there's a car being dragged off in the background there. Now, who's that? Who's tumbling down the order? And I think that's Wojciech Woda. I think that's the Ricky Flynn card of Wojciech Woda, who is out of this race. And we just saw for a brief moment there. Now, where is that? Is that at the chicane or is that at the top end of the circuit?
I think that's somewhere in sector number 1. Yeah, there is the 225. Drivers left of turn number 1, and not a good moment for the Polish driver. That's going to move him down the order.
Yeah, that is a big, big shame. There he is standing. Well, it's not changed. It's still 9/10 of a second as Wojciech Woda again. Never a nice feeling to watch the race from the sidelines here. But yeah, keeping an eye on that gap. Again, it's not changing. It's still 1 second at the moment. In fact, it's increasing again. So Ramekers is responding. Dmitry Matviev there is chasing Ramekers for first. The gap, 9/10 of a second. Again, it's just fluctuated between that. They're on exactly the same pace right now.
They are indeed. Very good pace at the front. The points situation, if you're just joining us, this is the last race in OK today and of this part of the round. Gomez has already got the qualifying heats segment wrapped up and confirmed. 250 points from a possible 250. Zach Drummond 244 in second place. Dmitry Matviev up to third place now on 223. Ramekers 220. So if Ramekers wants to take that third place, he needs this driver here, Anatoly Kavalkin, to get back on the pace of the 244, overtake and drop Matviev back down to, well, what would it be? 41 points from the current 44 that he's scoring. Montero and McLaughlin are going to be 5th and 6th with this result if it stays this way. Kavalkin right now would be up to 7th, and Joe Turney would be completing the top 8. Not a bad run for Turney, considering he had a not great qualifying. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't a shining one. A technical issue, of course, holding him up on that one. There is the graphic on your screen confirming. But for Gomez and Drummond, their work is done. It's just a question of can Matviev hold on here to this third place. Ramekers is doing everything he can to put him under pressure.
Certainly is. But right now, let's see what we can do. Ramekers holding on to it. The gap still 1.1. No change then. Matviev not closing in. Kavalkin staying there. We're at a lull at the moment. Pavan's there in 4th place. He's not been able to close in either, so everyone is just, I think, at a stalemate. The battle just behind Sebastiano Pavan, though, Bottaro and Lewis Werrell, is an interesting one. They are very, very close as we watch a replay here of the overtakes earlier on. So this is Bottaro going down the inside of Lewis Werrell earlier on. That's Pavan then going around the outside, and then Bondarev going down the inside there. Werrell losing not 1, not 2, 3 places. He fought back though, as he's now just got past Bottaro on our timing tower there. So Lewis Werrell up into P5 as Ramekers, our race leader, continues to now break away from Matviev. That gap opening now to 1.3 seconds. Now is Matviev backing off, or is Ramekers pushing hard here on that brand new set?
I would tend to believe, I think it's Matviev rolling off. I think he's known that the situation is going to be... It's one of those where with the point situation, if he's been communicated it from the sidelines, there's actually nothing to gain from getting past Ramekers. You know, he's still going to be sitting there in 3rd place, even if he got that extra 6 points. So right now, think long game, super heats tomorrow. At the moment, he's going to be on the outside. He's going to be P2 for the first of those super heats. You're going to want every little bit of performance from those Maxxis tyres that you can get.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, it's going to be a long old day tomorrow, but I suspect these last couple of laps will be even longer as you just, fingers crossed for all of our drivers getting to the end of this one. Ramekers, Matviev, Kavalkin, 1, 2, 3 on this final lap. Pavan's closing in, but it's not going to be enough. Matviev is also dropping back from this man here. Tibor Ramekers, who continues to impress in the senior categories over the course of the 2024 season. A junior last year, stepping up into the world of senior racing, has shone in the light in many different classes as well and categories. For Tibor Ramekers, on this final lap, it's just bring it to the end for Matviev. He's done exactly what he's needed to do. He's done well as well. He's bumped himself up 3rd in the intermediate classifications. He's kept Ramekers at bay, kept him 4th in the intermediate classifications as well as Kavalkin there in 3rd. But for Ramicus, it's the checker flag, and that's it. It's fourth in the intermediate classifications. That's all he can muster, but it's a superb result. He will start then on that front row for the Superheat alongside Zach Drummond going into that one. Superheat 2 tomorrow for them. It would be Gomez and Matviev.
Some of the highlights from that last heat in OK. Unconventional start, I thought, Anthony, from Ram, because he got the run, moved across, and I wonder, with that the opportunity for Kavalkin to go around the outside. Another very strong start from Kavalkin on grid 2.
Yeah, certainly so. And again, shaky moments here. That was Bondarev trying to dive to the inside. And this is, yeah, Bondarev not having the greatest race in this one. It's strong at the start, good position for all the drivers. But again, just faded away. And it was the same story for many other drivers. So many just trickling down that order. Kaczynski was another one who was up high in the order at the start and then fell back. Same with Werrell here as he dove to the inside. He would get up into second place, and it looked like he was going to be one that we could keep an eye on this one, starting to fight through the field. But it wasn't going to be his way, as back down the inside went Kavalkin, and then Lewis Werrell would then come under pressure from Matviev, who would send it down the inside, and then it would be Pataro on this moment here. David Pataro to down the inside. Then would come Sebastiano Pavan, and then Bondarev would come through. All of them getting past. Werrell would fight back later on. But yeah, at that moment there, it's just, you know, you're thinking, oh, what's happened?
I think one of those races for Lewis Werrell that you take what you've learned from it and you move on. The pace is there. It's just some of the cutthroat nature of senior racing. But for Timo Ramicus, a race win, 1.1 seconds clear of the rest of the field. More reasons to be very pleased